My name is Ella Hawkins and I'm currently completing a PhD in Shakespeare Studies and I previously studied an MA in Shakespeare Institute at the Shakespeare Institute. I study all over the place. I spend a lot of time in cafes. I also study at home. I spend some time in the library as well, just kind of out and about, on trains even sometimes, wherever I can get some time I do. ResourceLists was introduced midway through my MA year, so I began using a more regular kind of reading list on the university website, and then it was filtered in as I was completing my modules, and we just kind of came across it and started using it. It seemed very organised. It was really nice to be able to have a coherent set of buttons that I knew what would happen if I pressed the right one to take me to the right place. I could see immediately which books were available as ebooks and which I would have to go to the library to find. That was the main thing. It's really helped. I've been transitioning from using paper to digital for a while now, and it really helped bridge the gap between having to note down references and going and finding books and printing out sheets and finding them in all different places. It's been a real help in having everything in one place, so I can just find everything in my module list where I need it. I really value ResourceLists being available on lots of different devices, so while I'm out and about I can access it on my phone. If I've got my laptop with me in a cafe, it's fine on there too, on my iPad, wherever I am, I can access it really easily and it works really well. I think probably my favourite feature about ResourceLists is the way that I can interact with the materials to note to myself which are most important, which I still need to read. It's called reading intentions, and I can really keep track and filter readings according to that. And I can also add notes if I need to as well, so it becomes a very personalised reading list that I can interact with, and I can actually make little notes to myself rather than just following links to somewhere which may or may not work, which is what was the case before. It's made me feel like I'm more on top of where everything is. I can find things a lot more easily, so I feel a bit more organised. It's also meant that I can prioritise certain readings rather than having to just go through them whenever I remember which ones I need to do. I can filter them if I want to, things I still need to read, things I've already read, things that I'm not going to get to this week. So it's really useful to have some kind of a traffic light system there as well. In the past, before I had access to ResourceLists, I would probably need to go out and do a lot more of the kind of hunting for the right materials myself. In the past I've ended up using the wrong edition of texts because I haven't had a direct link, which was my own fault, but it just made it, as an extra step in the way to finding the right materials. So it would take a bit more time to get the right readings done. I would usually have to share materials with my classmates. If I had access to a digital version or a scanned version and they didn't, we would usually have to share things like that ourselves, and then inevitably not everybody managed to get the readings done in time. So yeah, having the materials in one place has made a big difference. So I just start off on the main page of Canvas. I'll click on the module that I want to look at. I'll go over to the Modules tab and I'll scroll down to find the week's class. There's a main page which has information about what I'll be studying that week, and then I'll follow the link through to ResourceList. And there will be a list of specific chapters and books that are essential. So here we've got a book marked as essential, which is an online resource. So I can follow the link to the online resource. Cool tie to sound on. Follow the library link. It's linked me straight through to the item in the library catalogue, so I don't need to go via that. And then I have the book right in front of me, and I can read it however I want.